Hey guys, Kent here. I just finished 3 days at E3, the Electronic Expose, no, the Electronic, wait, the Electronic Entertainment Expo 2017. This is the first year that they allowed you to buy tickets. My lovely wife over there bought me tickets for my birthday. Expensive tickets. I didn't ask for them. But anyways, it was kind of a surprise. We went to E3. 3 days. Stood in line a lot. Got to try out some cool stuff. We're on our way back home now. What do I think of E3? I think it's a lot of standing in line. It's overpriced. Of course, I think most of the people there got in for free because they're members of the, members of the media and developers and professionals and all that good stuff. What's the other word? Industry, yes, that's the word I can think of. Industry. When she's around, I just kind of turn my brain off and I use hers because it's a lot easier. E3. What did I think? What did I think of E3 as a just like a consumer person paying to go? I think that it's overpriced. It was really packed. As soon as I got there, I felt like a sardine, surrounded by people and PCs and consoles. It was quite the spectacle, though. There was lots of really cool like statues and lots of really huge posters and art and video game character statues and professionals dressed up in cosplay, paid by the developers, paid by the video game companies to have really cool costumes and run around and promote their video game.
And lights and videos playing on really big TVs.
Oh yeah, gigantic freaking awesome TVs, like so bright and so many pixels, and like it's kind of like Vegas for video gamers, you know. Lots of walking. We saved like $75 though by parking by driving all around for about 20 minutes trying to find a street parking each day, 20 minutes to a half hour, and then parking 3 or 4 blocks away from the convention center, or 5 blocks or 6 blocks. But we saved money doing that as opposed to paying $25 parking. And we got a hotel down in Crackville.
That wasn't that bad.
And as opposed to getting like an E3 certified hotel, which would have been $200 a night minimum, but then they would have free shuttles going to and from the hotel to E3. But anyways, it was kind of cool. I was really impressed by all the bright lights, big pictures, and big screens and stuff. That TV is so big. I want that. How much are these dome things for the small one over there?
That small one's $30,000.
30,000. 30,000. How much is the big one?
$70,000.
$70,000. I'm making one. I wish I could have tried more games. The lines were pretty long. Probably the longest I waited in line was probably like an hour or 15 minutes, maybe. I tried out the deluxe audio strap for the HTC VIVE. I tried out lots of cool new virtual reality gadgets, and that was more my interest. I was really excited to try out a bunch of new VR tech that they had there. Like, I had never tried out the PlayStation Move before. I mean, I've never tried out the PlayStation VR before. So I got to try that out, and that was cool to try that out. And I played Stifled, I think was the game. It's an indie game for the PSVR. I wish I could have tried something else. You had to make appointments with their app in order to try out their PlayStation VR stuff. And they only had about 12 PlayStation VRs going. 2 of which, maybe 2 to 4, I think only 2 of those 12 had PlayStation aim controllers. And there's like so many people there. And they tell you got to make an appointment with their app, and every time I was trying with the app, I couldn't get on. So I never got to try out the PlayStation aim controller or any like of the big games on the PlayStation VR. I just was able to, I found it in the indie corner where they have the indie developers stuffed in the corner over here. and I got to try out Stifled, which is just like a black game and with white lines, so it wasn't a very good test for the graphics of it all, but I definitely like how comfortable it is. I got to try out the Oculus Rift, the commercial CV1 Oculus Rift. I hadn't ever tried that before, so that was cool. It's definitely more comfortable. The PlayStation VR is probably even more comfortable than the Rift. And of course the HTC VIVE is the least comfortable, but it's also the best performing. Got to try out this cool positional tracking system for your Gear VR. This is called, their company's called Antilatency, correct? Mm-hmm. Correct, brain?
Yep.
Okay, my brain says yes, I'm correct. Antilatency is their company, and that is probably like the thing I had the most fun playing with at all of E3. It's so cool because it's like you can run around like a 30-foot area, and it's supposed to be like affordable, like $150. They didn't have any, the hand trackers are still kind of in development, so it was just tracking our heads. Okay, it's back. It was cool. It was very cool. I would have liked to try the hand trackers, but supposedly they're going to have Kickstarter coming out this August, so I'm going to look for them, and you know, that was fun. It was also fun because there was no line for it. We just go up and play it right away, and we got to go do it again. We got the guy to do some video for us. There it is. Anti-latency. What's your ETA with the hand controllers? So the batteries are inside here?
No. You need to use power bank,
okay,
like your telephone. We work at the moment.
Anti-latency, and it is. There's like virtually no latency. It was very 1-to-1.
There's some latency. There's more latency.
There's virtually no latency.
There's more latency than the Vive has, but it was so nice to be able to run around without a cord. It was so nice to not only run around without a cord, but run around with my wife without a cord and see each other in virtual space. And we were just like pretending to like play peekaboo behind chairs in the room. They had like the Matrix chairs, and it was fun just doing that. Blocking the camera is still working. Alright, we're good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I was hoping to try like a HoloLens, couldn't find any there. Somebody had like a Meta 2 out there for a little bit, but then they put it away and we couldn't try that anymore. That's augmented reality. Oh, that's right, DisplayLink. My brain told me we tried out DisplayLink. That's a big one. That's probably the second winner, number 2, if not number 1. E3 winner, DisplayLink, which is Intel's partner for HTC VIVE's wireless solution to make your HTC VIVE virtual reality headset wireless without the damn cord tripping on the cord. So they're going to be like a competitor of TPcast. It's 60 gigahertz like TPcast. It'll go the same distance as the Vive Lighthouses track, which I was hoping to be able to try TPcast at the Expo as well, but they did not have it there. That was the only wireless virtual reality solution they had there, and they don't even have like a release date or they don't even really have a brand name. It's like DisplayLink is one company and they're working with Intel. It'll probably be like Intel's wireless solution. They don't really have a product name. That's a Deadpool cap. She got some swag at the convention.
It's not just a
Oh yeah, it's a mask too.
I can't do it while I'm driving.
Come on, do it, do it.
Don't tempt me.
They put an antenna on your wall, up kind of high on the wall. They said it's better in the corner, but they had it straight on the wall this time. And I tested it, and it works pretty good. I can definitely feel the latency. I talked to the guys, and they say they do compress the image, the video as well. There's other solutions as well, but these two sound the most promising to me because they use that 60 gigahertz transmission signal, but you need line of sight, so you can't be running around behind walls and stuff. It'll bounce off walls, but it won't go through walls.
So, what'd you think?
Pretty cool.
Did you notice
I can feel a little bit of latency.
A little bit?
But it's really nice to not be wired. It's really nice to not be wired.
Yeah, you're totally taking advantage of that.
The freedom was really good.
You're walking like all around the room and...
Yeah, I was trying to, I even kind of put my hands above it to see if I could block the signal or whatever, and it didn't skip out on me. So I'm sold. I want one. Come on, Intel, get it out. So I got to try the Google Daydream as well, another virtual reality headset that I've never tried before, and a cool game with that. I got to try out the little motion controller, which does not have positional tracking, just rotational, and it was pretty cool. Like, it kind of like, even though you just moved it like this, it would kind of move it further than you actually did, just because it was kind of trying to figure out, or trying to think, you probably would move it way over there, so it was kind of trying to make it look like it had positional tracking in the game, when really it didn't. It just had rotational tracking. It was always kind of off, but still pretty impressive. Demo that I played, kind of fun. There's probably 20 HTC VIVEs there, 20 to 30 and 20 to 30 Oculus Rifts there. There's a lot there. And then if you want to talk about screens, video game screens where you can play screens on, or you can play games on, hundreds of screens that you can play video games on, and probably 60 virtual reality setups you can play on. Anyways, Bethesda. Tried getting to the Bethesda booth, and we tried to get there yesterday, and they're like, we're full for the day. We got there at like 4:30, and they closed at 6, and the line was an hour and a half, so they wouldn't let us get in line. And then they're like, come early tomorrow, so we got there at 11:30 in the morning, and they had a line all the way around their whole booth pretty much, and they're like, this line's gonna take 6.5 hours to get through. So they wouldn't let us get in line still at 11:30. But I wouldn't wait for no 6.5 hours anyways. But we tried, because that's all the rage at E3. With the tech demos, or the demos that were letting E3 people play. They were letting people play Doom VFR. They were letting people play Skyrim VR and Fallout 4 VR.
How does it look?
Well, it doesn't look like it has low persistence, and it's blurry because it's blurry when you look around. It's just a 3D video, like a 360 video happening. I'm watching somebody juggle. It's a kind of reminiscent of the Star VR.
Is it comfortable in your head?
It's not bad. It's pretty light, like the Star VR. Yeah. They need headphones. I'm trying to soak in the wide field of view. It definitely has a wider field of view than the Vive.
Does it look like a really good resolution?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it does. You don't really notice the screen door effect, but when you look around, you definitely notice the motion blur.
It seems like the higher resolution, the more blur, huh?
Yeah, the more motion blur, because I don't think they can have it that many frames per second,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have low persistence, just like the Star VR when we tried it. There's no positional tracking because it's just a 360 video, so there won't be positional tracking.
This one is tethered into a PC.
Tethered into a PC, okay. So the K2 is standalone?
Yeah.
The M8K is hooked up to your PC. Yeah, it definitely has positional tracking. It's completely wireless.
How is it?
That's tracking here. Right. Okay.
Oh, that's how it's wireless. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm dodging bullets.
It's so cool that it's wireless, though.
It actually works pretty good. I'm in the Matrix. Cool. Yeah, it didn't work too bad. You almost have to hold it onto your head, otherwise it'll fall off. There's no chaperone though, so be careful. So this is the add-on, the motion tracking add-on.
Yes.
And how much is all this together with your sensors?
Now, not confirmed because it's not in the market ready.
Okay.
Not yet, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 2 or 3 months later.
So do you know how much the headset is without the tracking?
Without tracking the VR headset, around $500 US.
$500.
Yes.
I see. It looks like this is working kind of like the HTC VIVE, the lighthouses and the VIVE.
Something like that. Left off. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Cool.
technology is the same.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The 180 field of view was cool. They only had 3D video going on in it with no sound, but it was cool because, of course, you had that extra field of view, which was nice, and it wasn't quite as distorted on the sides as like maybe the Star VR headset, but it was blurry looking around fast. That it would be blurry. Apparently the screens in it are only LCD, and then they had the other one which is like I think maybe 100-degree field of view, the smaller one, only using one screen instead of 2 screens, and that one was using an OLED screen, higher refresh rate, was not blurry when you looked around. And then I tried Pico, which is another all-in-one virtual reality headset. When I say all-in-one, it means you don't have to plug it into a PC, and you don't have to plug your phone into it. They did not have any sort of positional tracking for this one, so it works more like a Gear VR or a Google Daydream. And they had a controller that looked just like the Google Daydreams. We tried out the biking controller, the exercise bike controller, which was, I don't know, when I first saw this thing, I've seen this thing online before E3, and I thought, duh, you're only going to be able to go, all you do is pedal, and you won't be able to steer at all. But actually, you steered by turning your head.
Tilting your head.
Tilting your head?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was turning.
You turn by, you look around by turning your head, but then you steer by tilting.
You steered by tilting your head. Like you rode a bike and you were racing, and I actually found myself pedaling really fast to try to catch those damn bikers, and I was like, oh, I'm getting exercise, I better stop that. But I can see how it could be a motivation to, you know, get exercise and be in VR. So they got like a whole bike with like buttons, like a Bluetooth buttons inside the handles that connect to your phone, inside your Gear VR, and you control the game by hitting these triggers on the front of the bike handlebars and stuff. They got that, and that was like $350, I think, for that. But then if you have your own exercise bike, or you go to the gym, I'd like to see somebody doing this at the gym. But you could go to the gym, he said, and you could take your Gear VR with you, and you put it on, and you strap this little Bluetooth thing about this big to the sprocket that you pedal, that's attached to the pedal. You attach this little thing connected to your phone by Bluetooth, and it was like $100. Anyways, you Velcro it onto the sprocket of your bike, and now you turned your regular exercise bike into a VR controller to pedal through these games. And we played, apparently there's like 7 games, 7 like kind of small tech demo-y games. We played 2 of them. One was bike racing and one was tank driving. And if you pedal backwards, at least on their controller, I saw them pedaling backwards and the tank would go backwards. And if you, how did you shoot? Oh, they gave us a Gear VR motion controller, and just you click that to shoot, right? That was the first time I got to try a Gear VR motion controller as well, but they didn't use it for motion. They just used it for a button press, is it? You know, there was no tracking in these games. Hey, actually, I got to hold it and look at it. It's like a tiny little baby Vive controller, a little HTC baby Vive controller. That's what it looks like. Anyways, yeah, so you shot by pushing that button, you pedaled to make the tank go forward, you aimed by looking around, and I guess you turned the tank by tilting your head, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. They had a lot of cool tech stuff there, so that was kind of fun to look at and experiment with and play with. They had the tracking system that they used in my John Wick IMAX VR video, but they had it hooked up to 2 wireless Gear VRs. They gave me and the wife each a sword, and we could like sword fight in VR, but then we couldn't hurt each other, but we could hit each other in real life, and you could match up pretty much just with where our avatars were in the game. So it was pretty sweet to like stab my wife, and then my sword actually stopped because they were like Nerf, but they had lights on them. I'll put the video. And so that was kind of cool to be. We could like sword fight, and the sword would stop because it would hit her sword. But that's like a really expensive tracking solution. You're not gonna want that for your home. They're more marketing that to like VR arcades, like IMAX VR. And I was like, this looks just like the John Wick tracking system that they had at the IMAX VR for the Star VR, and I was right. Yeah, lots of stuff. It was fun. It was too expensive. It was $250 a piece, but it was like a 2.5 day event as well. I tried a Capto Glove as well. I think it was called Capto Glove. There's a lot of new games that I would have liked to try, but I didn't want to sit wait in line that long. I tried the deluxe audio strap, and I think it makes. I only got like 5 minutes with it, and the guy kept like trying to push me through the game so he could get me out of there and get the next person in there, you know. So I definitely think it's going to help the Vive be more comfortable. It didn't seem all that much more comfortable, but like I said, I didn't really get a very good try with it. The headphones being attached to it were nice, obviously, because it's just one less thing you got to worry about when you're putting a thing on your head. And when I tightened it really tight, it was obviously a lot stable. When I shake my head like this, it didn't shake around, but then it was like freaking tight. I was like, oh, it's tight on my face, tight on my head. So anyways, that was my E3 experience, my Electronic Entertainment Expo experience 2017. Probably will never go back unless they actually invite me and it's free. Then I'll definitely go back. But thank you for watching this whole thing, and we will see you guys in the next video.